everyone! Hello! I am back, more or less. There was a small hiccup, but I think the internet is indeed okay. I did drop a few frames during the intro, but I think it's alright now. How is everybody doing? I hope you all have been well. I was on a small break so that I can move houses, if you guys didn't know. But I'm all moved in now and I've got everything set up. So I've got like one free day today, basically. Today's like my last day when I actually have time. So I was like, why don't I stream? It's like my only chance to stream this week. So I thought I might as well just go ahead and do it. How's the new place treating? Yeah, it's pretty good, man. It's actually pretty good here. Yeah, it's nice. The neighbors are nice. The neighborhood is really nice. Everything is like very nice. There's a couple things that are a bit annoying, but I'm gonna get like time to get used to. But you know, it's nothing like horrible. Not like the last place. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys have been well. Let me say hello to everyone. Hello Phoenix, hello Alexify, hello Lemmy, hello Quadruple, hello Alex. How are you guys? I've been relaxing. How are you? I'm good. I'm tired. I'm gonna be honest, I'm really tired. The apartment is too nice. Yeah, the apartment is actually too nice. I'm not used to like living normally. A severe lack of wasps. Dude, actually today a wasp flew in. But it was one of those hovering wasps, you know the type? And I was like, oh, thank God. It's not the scary black ones that I was getting back in the previous place. It was like one of those, you know, the ones that like fly in, hover over shit, like kind of like horizontally, and then they just leave. I was like, oh, thank God. Doing well, I hope you're all doing good. I feel you. Work do be exhausting. I haven't even started working yet. And you're already tired. I'm starting next week. I'm starting next Monday. I'm just done like moving and stuff. And I have a convention. I'm literally going back to London for a convention tomorrow. But my friend is letting me stay with her, which is very sweet of her. But yeah, I packed everything though, so like, you know, I'm literally just chilling for the evening. And then tomorrow I'm traveling down there and I've got a big convention. So at least it's gonna give me some money. I was like thinking of not doing it, but then I was like, man, Hyper Japan is like free. Like, good luck with the restaurant job there. Don't even joke, lad. Even the wasps are nice. It's so crazy, man. Even the wasps are nice. It's not even funny. Good luck on the trials, thank you. I gotta say though, one of the things around here, the trains are super unreliable. I am spoiled by the London Metro, where they arrive like every few minutes. And it's fine, like unless they're having something horrible happening. They usually, you know, and there's always like alternatives. You're like, oh, I can't take this line, but I can take this line instead, you know what I mean? Nah, man, not a single time so far in all the time I've been here, not a single time did I show up for a train and it was there on time. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is gonna make it very difficult to plan my, you know, traveling to work and stuff like that, because I technically 10 minutes on that train and I would be at work. Like, it's not a long journey. It's actually very conveniently placed for me to get to work, but the way the trains are never on time. And they got like one train that gets delayed. And then they all get delayed. And then I'm standing at the platform and I have to wait until the 5 trains that they're supposed to come before my train all arrive, one after the other. They got like a queue of trains showing up late. Oh my god. No, that I can relate to. I heard that trains in Germany are like super unreliable. Is that true? I've been told that, but I don't know. I've taken the tram in Dusseldorf when we went for the commie and it was okay. But I've been told that, yeah, German trains are also like that, which is like surprising to me. It's absolutely true. I'm kind of surprised, I don't know why, but I didn't expect the Germans to not have it together like that. I don't know, I feel like the English people, yeah, man, don't expect much of them. But for some reason I thought the Germans have it together. For some reason I thought that that they would figure this whole train schedule thing out, but apparently not. So yeah, the trains are kind of a bummer. My train, I was actually going back a couple of days ago to return my keys, finally. And like take a couple of the last things I had to take from the apartment. And I think my train was delayed by like 40 minutes. But hey, they're giving me compensation. At least they like pay you back if your train is messed up. At least there's that. Hi Fragger. Glad to hear you're settling. Yeah, the London Tube is a great blessing, but it had spoiled me. Yeah, same. Literally same. That's how I am now. Because now I have to actually calculate. Because you know, if I'm going somewhere, back in London, if I was going somewhere, I'm like, okay, I just walk to the station and the train will be there. But now I have to actually plan my journey because I'm like, oh yeah, the train to this station comes to my station twice an hour. So I have to either be there at this time or at this time. And it's like, oh, the train that goes that way comes every 20 minutes. And it's like, wow. That's gonna be a whole new experience for me because I am very, very spoiled by the fact that in London, I just show up and the train is there. Couldn't you just get an e-scooter? You're so right, bestie. You're so right. Do you think, okay, we need to figure this out. Are e-scooters aura or not? Because I think they're an aura loss, personally. But so many people use them, so maybe people think that they're aura? I don't know. I feel like a bike has more aura than an e-scooter. I'm sorry. And I mean, an e-scooter is not as bad as a Segway or whatever they're called. Those are like even worse, thank God they're not really in fashion anymore. But I don't know, man, the e-scooters, they have bad vibes. They have bad vibes. If you wear a helmet, it's an aura loss. Wow, that's a statement. But yeah, the internet here is okay. Well, it's the same internet that I had before, right? So it's the exact same speed, which should be good. But the problem is that it's plugged in another room, and this apartment is actually really big. Not to brag or anything, but like this apartment is actually really big. Weirdly enough. At least bigger than what I'm used to. Yeah, so like it's really far away. And so I think I lose like half the speed by the time it gets to my bedroom. Take 2 butterfly. Man, my apartment is too huge, dude. The internet doesn't reach my room. Yeah, apparently my internet company offers you those, you know, booster thingies so that you can increase the signal, but they only give it to you if the signal in the room where you need the internet is below 30 what is it, megabytes or whatever per second. But mine is better than that, you know, like it's fine. I mean, I think I can stream with this just okay. With my settings, it seems to be working just fine. I'm just kind of mad because I'm paying for like 200, but only like 150 reaches my room. I'm paying for like 280 or something like that, but only 150 reaches my room. And it's like, I don't need the internet in the kitchen, man. I need it here. Time to get the hilariously long effort that came out. Would actually be pretty funny, not gonna lie. So my manager riding an e-scooter going to work during the last tube strike. Definitely an aura loss. Can't take you seriously. All authority lost. That's actually really good. And to make a wall breakthrough for a long effort. You want me to break the wall for it? I don't think my landlord would approve of that. I do have absurdly long Ethernet cable for that very reason. You actually have an Ethernet cable going all across your apartment? But how? Do you have it like attached to the wall edge so that it doesn't end up on the floor or what? How do you make that work? Do you actually have it just drilled through a wall? That's just, I don't know. It's not worth it. This is enough. This is enough internet to get a big cable. I am not having a cable stretch from kitchen to my bedroom, guys. Do not even joke, lad. But yeah, the new place overall is very good. Another horror, but I actually am like, this is gonna be an adjustment for sure. Another thing that I have been very spoiled by in London. They have a very strange trash, like disposal schedule here that I do not know how to cope with. There's a schedule hanging literally in the corridor, like outside the, you know, like in the entrance area into the house, that says on which days they pick up which bin. And it's like a whole system. And if you don't put your bin out in the road the night before they're supposed to pick it up, they don't pick it up. And if it's overflowing, they don't pick it up. So it has to be, you know, not too much. And I'm like, oh my god. But luckily my neighbor goes out to smoke in the morning and he just takes them all out. It's like he just rolls them all out anyway. So I'm like, at least there's that. He's like, yeah, don't worry, I'll go to smoke early. And I just take out the bins and I'm like, thank god. My problem though is that, so we have each dedicated trash for each flat, right? So it's us and then another house next to us, and somebody keeps throwing trash into my fucking can, and I'm like, excuse me, this is my dumpster? You can't be doing this shit. I keep opening my dumpster and there's somebody's like black trash bag in it, and I'm like, that's not mine. Who the fuck did this? I'm actually kind of pissed off because they only take it out so many times a month, and I'm like, where do I put my trash? You think it's ethical to take their trash out of my trash can and just throw it in the street? Well, I don't want to do that because then I'm ruining the neighborhood. Padlock your trash can. I actually thought about that, man. I know how to assert dominance. Like, maybe they got used to throwing it into it because nobody has been living here for a while since they've been like renovating my place before. So I'm assuming they were probably like, oh, nobody ever uses that one. So they got used to just throwing their trash there, but now I live here and I need it. I got like really annoyed. There was this giant trash bag in my trash can. I was like, excuse me. That's mine. What the fuck? That's how you lower the rent. Just leave trash everywhere. Lock seems reasonable. I don't know if you can lock it, because it used to have like a little hole on the lid, right, for it to get padlocked. I feel like I'm gonna look. I feel like that's an aura loss. I'm not gonna lie. Like, she doesn't trust the neighborhood. I do not trust the neighborhood because somebody's throwing shit into my trash can. And I asked one of, I only have 2 neighbors. That's not true. I have 2 neighbors in my house, but then there's a house next door that also uses the same area with the trash cans. So I asked one of the neighbors and I was like, hey, somebody keeps throwing trash into my trash can. And he tried gaslighting me that these people are from the street, and I was like, I don't think that's true. Like, why would somebody from the street? So there's somebody just like from the street, just like throwing shit into like other people's houses' trash cans? I thought that was supposed to be a nice neighborhood. Like, what the hell, man? Maybe I should label it. Maybe I should be evil and label it. I don't know, man. And then be like, if you throw trash here, you will be cursed for 1,000 years. I actually heard that in Japan, you can buy curses for like pretty much anything. And people do stuff like put curses on their umbrellas so that other people can't steal them. Like they put like a curse sticker on the umbrella handle, and then somebody will see it and be like, oh, if I steal this umbrella, I'm gonna get cursed. Maybe I should curse my trash can. I'm gonna curse my trash can and nobody can throw in it anymore. Quick warning, I grew up outside of London. We once got fined by the council for not recycling properly. Is there a way to contact the management? You think I'm gonna get in trouble for somebody else's trash too? That would actually be really annoying. Maybe I should, like, tell the landlord that somebody is throwing shit into my can. No, because that's the general waste can, so I don't think they really care about that one. Because we have general waste can, paper and cardboard can, and then like a recycling can where you can throw stuff like plastic bottles, right? So the recycling ones are shared between our house, but then we each get our own individual general waste cans. And the general waste one is the one, which is the one that gets filled up the most probably, right? And that's the one that somebody keeps throwing shit into. And I'm like, you stop that. But yeah, man, in London, nobody gave a fuck about recycling. I'm actually kind of happy that they seem to be taking recycling quite seriously here. And you know, they got like a whole system, because I sort of got in London, they just pick it up and then they just throw it all into the same car. Let's design Lera's trash can. Yes. Today's art stream. Trash came from the streets, you trash the streets. But it's a nice neighborhood. Disguise the trash can, make it look like a mailbox. I don't know if I can do that, even just to paint it red. They're not gonna pick it up. People still need to be able to pick up the trash. But yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that one out, because that's actually really annoying, because I need to take my trash out, but I can't. Because somebody overfilled my trash can, and I'm like, what do I do? And I'm leaving. They're gonna take it out like this weekend. They're gonna empty it, but I'm leaving for the weekend. So I'm scared that I'm gonna come back and then it's gonna be full again. Like, when do I get to take out my trash? This is fucked up. I need to like start an investigation. I'm gonna put a camera there and I'm gonna see who's putting shit in my trash can. I'm gonna hide in the bushes. I'm gonna sit in like some kind of spot across the road. And I'm just gonna, with binoculars, and just watch. See who's throwing trash into my designated trash can. I'm gonna start an investigation, and I'm gonna report them to the council. I pay council tax! Can't wait for part 2! Stay tuned! Stay tuned to find out who's been throwing trash into my trash can. They can't keep getting away with this. It's true, man. It's exactly what it is. Do the trash can locks exist? Oh, I'm sure they exist. But I don't know if mine are the kind that you can attach it to, but also that means that I have to keep up with the schedule when they take it out. And I have to make sure that, like, the morning they take it out, I take off the lock. Because obviously people that dispose of the trash are not gonna know, you know, how to open my lock. I feel like that's just too much work. That makes sense. Like, one day I'm gonna be like, oh shit, I forgot to unlock my trash can, and then they don't take out my trash. Then I have to wait like 2 more weeks until they take out the recycling. I just feel like that's not the solution, if that makes sense. The solution is finding whoever's doing it and killing them. Think about that. But yeah, that's like basically the only thing that like pissed me off so far, you guys. Everything else, literally, I'm living like a queen out here. The neighborhood is fucking awesome. And it's very local. And it's literally just old people and families with kids here. So it's literally super safe. You know, it's quiet. There's lots of nice restaurants and bars and stuff like that. All the stores are nearby to buy whatever you need. You know, once I figure out the trash situation, I'll be living in paradise for real, for real. Tie a noisemaker to the lid? I learned the whole of China. Oh, imagine record like a message. Warning! You're not supposed to be using this trash can. You will be reported to the police. Imagine. That would be really funny, actually. Hello, Zifan. Congrats on surviving the move. Thank you. Thank you so much. We should probably get on with the drawing and then I could continue talking. That's one way to make an impression on the neighborhood. Like, I obviously don't want to, you know, start shit with the neighbors, because surely it's like one of the neighbors who's throwing stuff into my trash can. I really don't want to get into conflict with them. I just moved. But also, like, that's my trash can. That's my trash can. It feels so petty, but also that's my trash can. Like, I need somewhere to throw my rubbish too. Please wait while facial scan commences. We called the police. Fleeing now would be considered like fleeing the crime scene. Yeah, we could make that work, to be honest. Okay, so I am going to have a cardboard standee of myself at the Expo. And I was thinking of maybe doing something like this. This file is huge, by the way. My whole computer's going to explode, but don't worry about that. So I'm thinking of doing something like this so that you can take a picture with her. Like, you can take a picture like you're taking a picture with her. I also got this one, which I think is also really cute. Long legs. But I think this one is a bit more interesting, maybe to have as a cardboard standee. I don't know. I've never done a cardboard standee before. I didn't want to just have like a model PNG because I think that's a bit boring. I thought, why not just draw like a new one? Just add tap to pay to the trash can. I am loving you guys' ideas. Honestly, your ideas are kind of goated. I'm gonna make a profit from somebody else using my trash can. Hi friends, how are you doing? Now that you're settling nicely in a new place, instead of the trash can shenanigans. Thank you, thank you. Hopefully guys, now that I'm all settled, but I don't know. It's obviously gonna be a bit of time since I'm Sorry, I dropped my headphones. Since I'm starting my new job next week. It's going to take a bit of time to settle to that as well. You know, I can't really stream that often at the moment. Today's like the only time I can stream this week. But hopefully soon 3D stream, because I know it's got delayed like a lot and I feel really bad because Frez worked really hard on the model. But hopefully 3D stream soon-ish. Soon-ish. Now that I'm all at the new place, it will hopefully happen. The fact you're making a stand yourself was awesome. I know, it's really cool, right? Tall Wewa. I haven't 100% decided if I definitely will have it yet, because I'm like, there's gonna be people I know at that convention. I'm not 100% sure if I'm ready to have that conversation yet, but I'm also kind of like, this would be good promotion. I'm planning to put a QR code on it with my channel name, but I'm also like, this is gonna be a very uncomfortable conversation. 3D stream, yes, the 3D model debut. It needs to happen. My excuse was that I'm moving soon. So I can't really like do it. But now that I've moved, there's no more excuse to not have the 3D stream. I'm also not sure what to do with the standee afterwards, guys, to be completely honest with you. I can't take that home because that would be another awkward conversation, a very awkward train ride. So I don't really know, I guess. Should I put her by the trash cans so that she can guard them? I don't really know what to do with her, like, afterwards. The QR code leads to Lera's PayPal. Yeah, it's a paypal.me link. So you can just, like, send me money. That's actually a good idea. Who cares about subscribing when you can just get money? Lera of a trash can, what is your wisdom? Use your own trash can! My wisdom is if you're throwing into this trash can, then you're doing something you're not supposed to. At this point, lock in. I am Wewa. Then point to the standee and say this is also Wewa. We are the same. Maybe I should just do that. Give her a motion that have a voice line so she can guard the trash can. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking as well. Maybe we should do that. The standee by the window so it looks like someone is always home. Actually, none of my windows are really facing anywhere where you can see inside my apartment, which is good. But yeah, I can't really do that. So people will have like those really funny cardboard cutouts of celebrities outside their dorm windows and stuff like that. Just like a giant Gerard Way always at the window. That's always funny to see. A bit scary when you see it for the first time. Motion activate Wewa standee that shouts random quotes. You just walk past her and she goes, "Oh, so I can fuck a cookie but you can fuck a horse? How is that fair?" Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna be great as well. That's gonna make everybody never throw trash into my trash can again. How about if I can take over the booth? Yeah, she can. When I'm going on like a bathroom break, she can just stand there and make the sales. That's exactly what I'm talking about. She's functional. But yeah, my moving, I have like a well, it's not really a funny moving story, guys. Can I be honest with you? I have a moving story. But I guess whether it's funny or not fully depends on how messed up your sense of humor is. And I just want to say I do not condone any of it, okay? But I couldn't... There was nothing I could do at that point, alright? I'm just gonna lead with that, and now people are gonna be like, what is she talking about? But it's not that bad, but it was just kind of shocking to me. Did you get scammed by TaskRabbit? No, because I did not. I was considering hiring something like TaskRabbit for the move, because every legit company was giving me horrible quotes. And I was like, I know the company is compensating me, but they're compensating me after I start working. So I need to still spend the money up front. So I was like, I still need to do something more or less within my budget. Like, I know they're gonna pay me back, but I still gotta spend the money now, you know? Some of the places were like, yeah, it will be 1,500 to move. And I'm like, I don't believe you. I'm sorry, maybe I'm naive. Maybe I don't know how much gas costs, okay? But I was like, I refuse to believe it's over £1,000 to move a 1-bedroom unfurnished flat. Like, I don't even own any furniture. I only have a desk and a chair. Everything else is boxes, and I boxed it myself. They don't even have to do any boxing. I pre-boxed all of my shit myself. What the fuck would they charge me £1,000 fucking pounds for? I was getting so pissed off by all of these moving companies giving me insane quotes. Story of a disclaimer is guaranteed to be good. What did the quote include? It was like the drive, you know, like the prices they're gonna spend on gas or whatever. and then moving, you know, loading and unloading everything from flat to flat, and insurance, obviously, in case they break something. But I don't know, man. I was like, I don't believe you. Maybe I'm being naive, but I was actually like, I'm sorry, I do not believe you. It costs that much, especially if I box everything myself. I know some companies also do boxing for you, but if I box everything myself, I just don't think it should cost that much. I'm sorry. You know, and I like, they just have to carry some boxes. Well, it is down 4 floors. Maybe they charge you extra for the 4 floors. And then the new flat is also up like 3 floors. Maybe that's what they charge you for the lack of elevator. You tell me after helping all those friends I could have earned $1,000 each time? Literally, no, I was talking to my friends and I was like, and like one of my friends was literally like, I had this fantasy in my head where I help you move, I drive all of your stuff. And then she was like, but then I remembered I've never driven on a highway. And that's really scary actually. And I was like, yeah, that's okay, don't worry. And I was telling my other friend, I was like, if only you knew how to drive, man, you could have helped me move. And he was like, actually, I know how to drive. And I was like, really? And then he was like, I haven't done it since I passed the test at 18 though. And I was like, never mind. Never mind, never mind. We are not getting in the car with this guy. They should just pay me a beer and a sandwich. Well, now you know, you gotta quote them. 1,500 quid. I know. Mine was hired 50 for halfway across the country. That's what I ended up paying actually to the company I ended up hiring. Pretty much. So 4th floor? Yeah, but it's 4th floor down. It's not 4th, but I guess we have to go up and down. Anyways, I ended up hiring this small company that I found online. And their website was like, we're a family business. So I thought, okay, the family business will not overcharge you. So they were this allegedly family business, and all their reviews looked great. So I was like, hopefully they won't take off with all of my stuff. So the day of the move comes, they knock on my door. I open the fucking door, and it's this man. And he's very clearly underaged son. The guy looked like 14. And I was like, oh my god, I paid for child exploitation. That is not what I thought was gonna happen when it said the family business, okay? I was like, oh my goodness. I gotta tell you, that kid was carrying like 3 boxes at a time. I was kind of like, damn, this child is like stronger than me. Yeah, that's a family business. Yeah, and so the plan was actually, my mom went down to my new apartment the night before. So the plan was that, because I had to take a train, and I might not have made it on time, because they might have made it faster on the car, because I actually would have made it on time if the trains didn't fucking get delayed, but what else is new? So anyways, just as an insurance thing, my mom was there to meet them at the flat the night before, so I was like, yeah, that's fine. So yeah, I told my mom, like, yeah, they're on their way, but I didn't tell her about them. Like, I didn't say, oh, it's a guy with a child, you know? I was just like, oh, the movers are on their way to you now. And she was like, okay, cool. And then I took my train, and so I'm still on the train, and they get to my mom. And the message I get from her is not like, oh, they're here, or, you know, yeah, they arrived, or like whatever. And the first message I get from her is child labor, laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laughing emoji. I was like, Mom, it's not fucking funny. I was like, yep, they got there. mom really said child labor. Oh, it was so fucking funny. Like, it shouldn't be funny, man. I mean, like, I hope that's because it's summer vacation, so maybe he does it during the summer. But that's still such a horrible thing to make your kid do during the summer because, like, it's a moving company, you know, he's carrying heavy stuff. I don't know, man, I don't know. They were like, can you leave us a review? And I was like, I don't know, man, I don't know if I want to leave you a review. You shouldn't be making your, like, 14-year-old kid carry heavy boxes up and down 4 floors. Like, that's messed up. Hello, Boris. Just stopping by real quick to say hi. Missed your streams? I was wasting away into dust. Yeah, but you'd be wasting away into dust anyway because you're old. It's not really, like, on me. That kid is getting none of that money. I hope they do, like, give him something, man. I would be so messed up. And so I was actually down at the flat again. So there's, like, some renovations happening in a different flat at the moment. And there were a bunch of construction workers there, but I was moving out. And they were there again. So I was at the flat to, you know, like, just do some final stuff and then hand over the keys. And the construction guy started talking to me and he was like, oh, you're still not moved out? And I was like, oh, I'm moved out now. I'm just gonna hand the keys, like, literally today. And he was like, oh, that's cool. Good luck at the good place. He was like, how's your new place? I was like, oh, it's great. And I was like, yeah, I'm actually moving to, you know, this city. And he was like, oh, so that was a moving company with you? Last time? And I was like, yeah, that was actually a moving company. And he was like, I thought that was your family. I thought your family came to help you because the guy had a kid. And I was like, yeah. I was like, no, he just had a child there for no reason. Everyone was shocked. Everyone thought it was just like moving. Like my family helping me move and not fucking child exploitation. And I know you're allowed to work from a certain age, but I feel like moving heavy stuff is not on the list of jobs you can do at that age. I feel like they're supposed to be doing really easy jobs. If they start working as a teenager, you know, I don't imagine being in a moving company is included. They did a great job though. I appreciate that first of all, I'm really grateful they didn't take off with everything I ever owned. Because that was something I was worried about. You know, I was also really worried about my computer because my dumbass ran out of bubble wrap by the time I got to the computer. I was completely out of bubble wrap and I was like, well, so I just wrapped it up in like 1,000 blankets. And then I told the guys, I was like, this is a computer, which I think is a stupid thing to say. Unless you really trust them. And I was like, this is a computer, I really need it to be safe. And they were like, yeah, we'll put it safely into the car door. And I was like, yeah, that's great. And I was like, I just gave away where my computer is. I was like, they're gonna take off with my computer, man. But they did not. That's the only job they can do? No, man. I do not support it, okay? It's kind of funny in a fucked up kind of way, but I do not support what happened there, alright? Maybe that's why it was so cheap, dude. It was actually so fucking painful. So this is the most valuable thing I own. That's literally what I said. I was literally like, please take care of my computer. And they were like, yeah, okay. They're probably like, computer, you say? We heard those RAM prices are pretty high right now. So yeah, I'm grateful that they did not steal any of my shit. You know, they did a good job. Like, I have no complaints about the quality of work. Everything was fine. I'm just a bit worried about the fact that they got a kid doing it. I don't know, maybe there was supposed to be an adult, but he couldn't make it. And so the kid, I don't think that makes it much better. I keep trying to justify it in my head because I feel like an accomplice. I feel like an accomplice, man. I'm like, what have I done? But I really, you know, I needed it to be done, and then I already paid them, so I was like, I can't just cancel it. But I'm totally an accomplice. If I could work to earn 500 quid as a 14-year-old, I would be a king in my school. I hope that kid gets paid, man. I really do. I'm not called old, I'm not even 30 yet. I'm not unk status. You can still be old and not be unk. You can have an old soul. 5 stars just for child labor? That's how you know it's good? Nah. Stop, guys! It's not funny! It's not okay, alright? It's not okay. If I catch any of you people getting your, like, baby nephews or whatever carrying heavy boxes up 4 floors, I'm calling Child Protective Services, okay? I don't care if you pay that kid afterwards. That cannot be, you know, it's just funny. It's not funny, man! When my mom sent me that message, I was like, what is wrong with this woman? Child labor! Oh man. I'm across the pond, you'll never know. I'll know, man, I'll know. I think you will. I think the guilt will consume you eventually, and you will confess to RL. And she lies to you. She's like, the confessions are anonymous, but no, they're not. She live streams them all the time, and then you're gonna, and then I will know. Now it's okay. I was once a child laborer. You were making children work, or you were a kid who was forced to work? What does child laborer imply? That you were a child who was forced to do work? Or that you were forcing children to do work? This is very important. I don't know enough English to make the distinction. My nephew grew up working every summer since he was 3 years old. No, he didn't. Do not say that he was selling lemonade, because that doesn't count. Okay, selling lemonade is an ethical thing for the kid to do outside. That's fine. That's chill. Or hosting like a garage sale or something like that. That teaches them valuable business skills. Now, carrying heavy boxes, I don't know about that. He worked construction, he did not work construction. If your 3-year-old nephew worked construction, then honestly, low-key, he's kind of the GOAT. Not gonna lie. If that is actually true, then that's one talented 3-year-old, and in this case, I actually kind of support it. Because if you are a 3-year-old who can actually work in construction, then maybe you should be. I mean, why waste money and time on school and college when you can already build houses? And like, if he can operate at like a tractor or a crane at 3 years old, then maybe that's his calling, to be honest. He's like an isekai protagonist. He used to be a crane operator in his past life, and then he got and then he died in a crane operating accident. And then he's a 3-year-old with all his memories, and he can remember how to operate a crane. Still. I just wrote the next big isekai title, I can't believe it. He's got the talent, he does have the talent. But also, he better be getting compensated. Honestly, I think they should pay kids more, man, just because they're kids. If you're gonna do child labor, I know people do child labor because it's cheaper or basically free, but I think if you're gonna do child labor, you should pay the kid more. They should make that a law or whatever, and then there's gonna be no more child labor. We can solve child labor by giving kids like ridiculous salaries, and then nobody will want to hire the kids, and therefore children will have a childhood again. That's the only way to save the child labor-based economy. How are you doing, Lane? Hello. He can't read or write, but he's a great forklift operator. That is so messed up. We need to move on to a different subject, man. The YouTube AI is going to scan the stream and be like, oh, she's talking about something illegal again. But up on Art Stream, we just spent talking about drugs. The picture book safety manual, I guess they have pictures. Like the IKEA instructions, they all just had pictures. Me and my mom really went through it, assembling all the furniture, though I'm gonna be honest with you, assembling furniture, not so fun. Since when is IKEA furniture so fucking complicated, man? Can we talk about that? Did it just get more complicated over the years, or what happened? My desk, literally my desk that I bought from IKEA, it's just like a rectangle and then 4 legs with like round things with like holes in them like this for the screws. You just screw them in 4 times and it's done. That's it. Okay? What the hell is up with all the furniture that we got? Maybe it's my dad's fault. He was the one picking it out. Bro just picked out really complicated furniture just to see me and my mom suffer. I don't know. I have a very beautiful photo. I'm going to treasure it for the rest of my life. It's my mom with like a screwdriver trying to put together a piece of furniture. And in front of her, she's got a phone and my dad is there on a video call. And I'm like, yup, that's us putting the furniture together as a family. With dad on the damn video call. Got dad on the WhatsApp video. Oh, it was so funny. I have these little Allen keys. And they're so... Why don't they have a screwdriver? Is there a screwdriver with that type of thingy? Because my screwdriver doesn't have it. My screwdriver only has the plus and minus ones. Did they just make up that shape so that they could sell you more of those annoying keys? I don't understand. As an engineer, that's just skill issue? Okay, bro. Let's see how you like it in timeout for 5 minutes. See what you can engineer in there in complete silence. How would you like that, Mr. Engineer? If you come out of that timeout and you haven't come up with like a new type of engine or something like that that you've designed, maybe you're not so much of an engineer then. Don't piss me off. It's a nice wholesome family moment. Except my dad was like screaming the whole time. Keys Ventures has said of things you can get right up. Yeah, but they're always that fuck-ass shape. I saw them sold at the store and it was still that like fuck-ass shape. Why? Why can't it be like a normal shape, like a screwdriver? Allen keys annoy me? I have like a bazillion. Yeah, I got like a bazillion of them too because IKEA just gives you one with every furniture you order. You should have seen us assemble the fucking... Oh my god. The sofa bed? That was... And at some point towards the end, we realized that we did a step wrong and it wasn't opening correctly. And we were like, fuck, we have to go back a bunch of steps now. Oh my god. Luckily it wasn't that bad, we didn't have to go back that much, but I was like, it was like one of the scariest moments in my life when we realized that we did a step wrong and now we have to backtrack. Oh my god. I genuinely, like, I felt my heart stop there for a second. But yeah, the sofa bed was crazy, man. Anything that's like actually has some kind of function to it, you know, like opening sofas or drawers, sliding doors, stuff like that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Clearly you should have hired some kid. They should do a task rabbit for child labor, man. I would pop off. Nobody fucking quote me on that. They should do a task rabbit where you can like give a kid $5. And then your whole house is falling apart because a 12-year-old put it together. Oh my god. But it only works during the summer when they're on vacation. You can't hire them during like school days. There's like a summer season when all the kids can assemble furniture for you. Hello, Gerardo. You're back. I am back. I'm back for one day and then I'm back to the mines for a bit. I don't know. Hopefully next week I can stream some more, guys. I don't know. I'm starting my new job next week, so I don't know how that's gonna go. I'm really nervous. I'm really nervous. And I was talking to a friend. And I was like, hey, teach me, because she's like good friends of her coworkers. I was like, teach me how to befriend coworkers. Because I've never worked in, you know, that kind of work environment before. I only ever worked with one girl who's been trying to convert me. Or like other random people who were being like substitutes for the day. You know, so it wasn't really much, you know, actual like everyday coworker bonding there, and then everything else I'm literally just like doing my own things. So I'm like, how do I make friends with my coworkers? And she was like, oh, but you're so good at talking to people, like, you'll be fine, just talk to them. And I was like, not helpful, please tell me more. I am not good at talking to people. I'm an extremely opinionated person, and not everybody finds that charming. Most people think I'm actually kind of mean. Oh my god. But yeah, my move was good, Gerardo. Thank you for asking. The move actually, honestly, I don't know if it was the child labor or what, but the move actually went really smooth. You know, everything went as planned. There weren't really any issues. Like, the furniture assembly and delivery took a while. But other than that, it was honestly fine. You know, I just kind of had to camp IKEA deliveries. The IKEA deliveries were a bit mixed. It was actually really funny because, well, I obviously had lots of deliveries come in. And, they all had different reactions to the stairs that they had to conquer for my apartment. And they all were like, you know, it's like they all get trained in different places or something like that. One of them was like, he carried it all the way up, by the way. He still did it. But after he did it, he was like, we're only supposed to do one flight of stairs, you know? And I was like, it doesn't say that anywhere on the website. The IKEA website literally says we'll deliver it to the room of your choice. This is the room of my choice. It's up 4 floors. I don't know what to tell you, man. And then other guy was like, carried it no problem, didn't say anything. And I was like, sorry about the stairs. And he was like, don't worry about it. That's not your fault. And then he just left. And I was like, what a chill dude. And then these two guys showed up and they started carrying the thing up the stairs, but the stairs are quite narrow. So at some point they got stuck. At some point they got stuck and they were like, we can't turn it around. Like, the box doesn't go further than this because the stairs are so narrow. And then they just left. They literally just left. So me and my mom had to cut up the box right there, like on the staircase, and then take the pieces of furniture like bit by bit inside. While it was stuck on the stairs, and I was like, this is actually insane. I don't know what IKEA was thinking, because like bit by bit it fit perfectly fine, so like why don't they split it into 2 boxes? Why is it such a big box? It doesn't even fit on the damn staircase. Lera, you need to master the water cooler small talk skill. That's how most corporate networking starts. Okay, so I shouldn't bring my own water bottle? I was gonna bring my own water bottle, but I guess I shouldn't, huh? I should pretend like I don't own a water bottle and just like constantly come up to the water cooler. I guess that's right. No, I've never worked in a corporate environment, you know? I don't have any experience of that sort of thing, so I'm just a bit like... The kid would have done it. Stop! I hate that you're right. The kid would have tanked it, man. Those two grown-ass men. Those two grown-ass men were like, oh, it doesn't fit on the stairs. It doesn't fit on the stairs. And they just left. The kid would have done it. The kid would have actually done it. Is Game Studio considered corporate? I think mine is because it's very big. Like, I'm talking there an actual big office. So I would say yes. There's like 5 HR people there, man. I've spoken to like 5 different HR people that I know of. There might be more. There might actually be more, okay? There's like that. It's a crazy place, dude. Like, it's an actually serious company. It's really scary. Lera, it's hot today. It's 49 degrees. Oh my god, and a storm. Stay safe, Gerardo. Stay safe. Ask people what kind of games they play. That might actually be my only consolation. The fact that surely everybody there plays video games, unless they're all so busy making the video games, they don't wanna play video games anymore. They get home and they're like, ugh, I fucking hate video games. I'm like obsessed with video games. So at least there's that. At least I'm like, well, at least people here have played some kind of games, surely. Otherwise, why would they be working here, you know what I mean? I have not used my bottle much for just hydration. So you just do the water cooler strat all the time? Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'm just gonna find the nearest water cooler. Pretty good to game, so you'll be able to make small talk over video games. Something really funny happened. I was talking to my neighbor. And, you know, I was like, yeah, I'm starting my job next week, so I'm, you know, all moved in now. And he was like, oh, where are you gonna work? And I was like, oh, I'll be working at a video game studio. And he immediately was like, if you ever need extra money, you can work on weekends at my restaurant. It's just down the street. And I was like, oh my god. I felt humiliated, man. I fucking felt humiliated. I was like, this man has no faith in me. I haven't even started my job yet. He heard the words video game studio and he immediately went, yep, she's gonna be broke as fuck. He didn't ask any further questions, not even what the studio was called. He just immediately clocked it and he was like, yep. Oh, it was so fucking funny. Are water coolers still a thing? I sure fucking hope so. Not even for the sake of socialization, the water there just kinda hits different. I don't know what they put in the water cooler water, but it tastes so good. It's like some of the best tasting water I've ever had in my life. It always comes from a water cooler. I don't know how they do it. I would low-key own a water cooler if I could be able to carry the giant jugs you need for it. So they better have it, not gonna lie. What kind of restaurant? I actually don't know. I actually don't know. And some of that work on a video game company, you'll be fine. There are going to be some, like, you and ours are a bit different, but most of them are chill. I'm pretty sure you will be fine. Thank you. No, everybody seemed really nice when I was doing the interviews. Because, you know, I've met some of the people from my team. Because one of the interviews was literally a vibe check where they made the other people from the team meet me to see if they like me as a person. And I was like, don't talk about The Last of Us. Don't talk about The Last of Us. Don't talk about The Last. And then they were like, what kind of games you like, Lera? And I was like, so I really like The Last of Us. I immediately broke. I immediately was like, fuck. I also recommended them Karen on like one of my first interviews. I feel like my second interview maybe. I was like, you should play this awesome game called Karen. It's amazing. And they were like, wow, that looks really good. I'm pretty sure that's the only reason I got hired. They were probably like, damn, she got good recommendations. This girl low-key got taste. Let's keep her around just for her game recommendations. That's what I would like to believe. I want to believe that for once people appreciate my strongly opinionated personality. And they find it charming, actually. Folded so fast. What was I supposed to do? Say what I like Fortnite? I don't think so. I don't fucking think so. Did they ask about your thoughts on child labor? You know what? I'd stop it with the child labor, okay? I did not willingly participate in it, alright? It was so funny because I went to read more of their reviews, and not in a single review does anybody say, like, not even in the negative one does anybody say, a kid showed up. You know, I'm like, am I the only one who got the fucking child labor treatment? I don't understand. I was actually like, I can't believe this. Nobody in the reviews is mentioning it. They were probably like... they probably just be like, please don't mention the child labor when you write us a review. They like the ranting, so it shows what you know stuff. Yeah, that's what I kind of thought, because I was low-key just ranting on my interviews, not gonna lie. I was just constantly being like, yeah, I really like this video game. Like, oh yeah, I really like the lighting in this. I bet they were impressed with the fact that I said I had a favorite type of shadow. That's how they knew I was serious, man. They were like, yeah, this girl's insane. She will do just fine here. Oh man, you think it's appropriate to ask why did they hire me when I start working? Like when I meet the guy again, the guy who's like in charge of the department. You think it's like an appropriate question to be like, why do you? I just need answers. I'm not complaining, but I just wanna know. Yeah, it's Shadow the Hedgehog. That would be a child privacy law violation. Yeah, because no other laws are being violated there, right? It's the only law. That's a good shadow. It is a good shadow. I think. I don't really know much about Sonic lore, to be honest with you. I don't know if you can ask. I never have. You never even once wondered why you got hired? People got so much confidence, man. My first question, if they go on my first day, like, do you have any questions? The first question coming out of my mouth is, why me? When I'm on an interview and they ask me, why should we hire you? And I go, no idea, man. Why should you hire me? You should like get all philosophical on them and be like, you know what, you're right. Why should you hire me? And you go on this really long rant about how you're not a perfect person, but aren't we all just not perfect, and that's what makes us human? And then after you're like 15 minutes into the speech, they interrupt you, and they're like, "Sir, this is a Wendy's interview." That would be really good, actually. I should have done that. I want to ask my new boss why. You should tell me, ask them and tell me how it goes, and then if it goes well, I'll ask in my case. You could phrase it a bit more professional, I guess. Like, could I have some feedback about my application? I got amazing feedback about my application, though. They already gave me that. They were like, the team really liked you and they want you specifically. What the HR lady told me, and I was like, what the hell, man? That's the problem, I don't believe it! There's some kind of catch. There's some kind of catch. I show up and the whole studio is actually like a prop in a Western movie, just flat. What if they hire me by accident? Exactly! There you go then. Nah, man, that can't be true. That can't be true. That cannot be the answer. Why did you hire me? Because we really liked you? Nah. Nah, I don't think so. Good things never happen to me. That's the problem, you guys. And then good things never happen to you. You get a bit suspicious when they do. That's just the unfortunate reality of my situation. Too many people's heads explode. Ask them why peanut butter is called peanut butter and not strawberry jelly. What are you talking about? That is not how I am gonna fit into the new workplace. Can I have some real advice? Are you too young to be this jaded? Yeah, well, 3 years of looking for jobs will do that to you. In a really competitive industry will do that to you, man. Now I'm telling you, I charmed them with my The Last of Us facts and my ball knowledge of games. And the fact that I have a favorite shadow. They were like, no, something is not right with her. Hire her. Pixel Rap, you are a talented artist. Don't make me shake you. Whatever, man. Just to feel something, I'll allow it. Shake me. Maybe the team really needed an extra bin to put their rubbish in. You think? You think someone's from the company is like putting the rubbish into my... Now that's a conspiracy I can get behind. How'd they know where I was gonna live, though? How'd they know, man? What is your favorite shadow, actually? The shadow that plants make. You know, like leaves? It's a satisfying-ass shadow. Immediately makes everything better. Yeah, you will be drawing something and you're like, how could I make this better? And then you add like a shadow from a tree, like there's a tree in the scene. And you're like, damn, that looks really good. I did that to one of my lighting pieces. I had like this interior lighting. And I was like, I don't know how to make this interior lighting look better. And then I put a tree outside the window. And then I had the tree cast a shadow into the room. And I was like, this is literally it. This looks amazing now. This fixed the entire scene. You just throw a tree there to cast a shadow. Or you don't even have to do it. You can just have like a light function do that for you. If you're not lazy. You can just have like a fake shadow from a tree and that's it. That's literally it. That's it. It's literally meta. It's a meta shadow. That's just how it is. I actually really thought it would be a good question to break the ice. My department actually likes new hires to ask these questions. Really, so I should be like, why did you hire me? I don't know, I guess I'm kind of curious. I'm gonna be like, why did you hire me over like other candidates? What made me stand out? That wouldn't be like too bad of a question, right? It wouldn't make me sound like I'm too unconfident, I think. I don't know. It's scary out there. Low-key. Shadows are goated. I saw someone show how they make stop motion animation and then they added the shadows and it became so much more immersive. Yeah, it's true. Unfortunately, shadows are the most expensive thing. for rendering. So you can like the shadows, you can love them all you want, but they will everybody else working on the game is always gonna be like, don't overdo it, you're gonna fuck up our rendering. It's like, that thing is like actually the most expensive thing for the computer to calculate. Like it takes forever calculating all the shadows. Like lighting is actually like, you can fuck up the entire game if you do it wrong. Because it's just gonna be so intensive on the computer and then the game won't work. Well, the shadows will look messed up all the time as well. Like, I always get crunchy shadows and it pisses me off, and I will spend like hours just trying to fix the fucking crunchy shadows. And I'm like, why am I? And then I go on Google all the time, why are my shadows crunchy? Unreal Engine 5. Please tell me. And then everybody's like, have you tried this? And I've tried everything and the shadows are still crunchy. And I'm like, why shadows crunchy? Please. Please, Unreal Engine forum. Wow, the shadows look great. Set shadows to the lowest setting. It's so sad. You will be working on this for ages and then people will play it on the lowest setting because otherwise it doesn't work. No, but you can afford computers that actually run games with all these shadows now because of the fucking data centers or whatever it is that they keep putting it into. There's like a new... you would think that there is a RAM crisis every few months. And I think that's actually true. There's a new RAM shortage basically every 2 months. They announce that there's more shortage of RAM. And you're like, but there's already a shortage of RAM? And then they say, yeah, there's like a even more shortage of RAM. You know how there already wasn't enough RAM? There's less RAM now. Every time I read the news about all the computer shit, I'm like, thank God I updated my computer. I literally upgraded my computer just in time, and it was already getting expensive back then. But my dad is now telling me, you should have upgraded it more. You should have gotten like an even better graphics card. And I'm like, yeah, well, with what money? I got the best one I could get, you know? I'm like, yeah, I would have gotten the greatest one if I could, but unfortunately I couldn't. Could be worse. Imagine you're the guy responsible for motion blur. Okay, that's actually why do they have that? Actually, I guess I don't turn it off, but it depends. Sometimes it looks bad in games. It depends on how good it actually looks. Sometimes it can look fine. True, she could be a motion blur artist. Oh, to be the motion blur artist. The most unrewarding job in the world. But hey, they still pay you at the end of the day, so why complain? Do games even look better have already reached the ceiling? I don't know, man. I mean, to be fair, we keep being like, yes, this is the greatest games could look. Then a couple years later, they release a game that somehow looks better. I don't know how they do it. I guess we can only judge when GTA 6 comes out. When GTA 6 comes out, that's when we can truly tell, I think. But like, they've been thinking that games could not possibly look any better in like 2001, man. They were like you will read like a Wikipedia article on some random 2002 game, and the article will be like, this game received critical appraisal for how realistic the graphics were. This game was praised for extremely realistic graphics, and then it's like a 2002 like PS2 game. You know, back then that was the greatest they could do, and they were like, this is the greatest games are ever going to look. So I don't know. Maybe eventually they will look even more realistic than real life. That would be actually kind of creepy, not gonna lie. I hope that doesn't happen. It would be a bit scary. Best looking game is still Alan Wake 2. Don't even joke, lad. I actually haven't played Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2. Just because it has live action segments in it doesn't mean that it has realistic graphics, bro. Just because they pre-recorded live action parts for it doesn't magically make it realistic graphics. You do know that, right? That's not how it works. The actual 3D graphics look realistic, I guess. I don't know, I guess with most games, you can still tell that you're looking at CGI, right? And I think that's fine. I actually like it. I enjoy stylized things. I mean, obviously we all know that. But I like the fact that I'm looking at it and I can tell that it's 3D graphics. You know, I don't want it to look like a movie. If I want it to look like a movie, I just watch a movie. So I don't know, I feel like the obsession with making everything as realistic as possible is a bit... well, I don't know. I know that. We peaked in the PS3 gen, so true, that's when The Last of Us came out. They're gonna be the reason the game file is 670 gigabytes big? Yeah, and what's your point, man? What's your point? I told somebody when I was at university at, like, you know, that messed up university graduates exhibition thingy that I got invited to, and I told this one guy where I was gonna be working, and he was like, when are they gonna release the game? And I was like, look, buddy, like, he was like annoyed. He was like, when are they gonna finally release the game? And I was like, look, buddy, I wanna be working there a long time. Alright, so I do not want that game to be released anytime soon, actually, because I need this job. So you better watch it, okay? The game can take as long as it wants to come out, alright? I don't care. I'm getting that bag, alright? We're gonna work on it for as long as we need to. I suddenly become a supporter of games that take fucking forever just because it gives me a job. And you know what? That's fair. I can never complain about, like, early access games or whatever. Like, oh, I can't believe they're still working on it. Nah. Somebody's on payroll. And they don't want this game to come out because then they probably lose their job. Letters about GTA 6 keep getting delayed. That is true, actually. We already talked about this because I want to release my Sunstation music video. Didn't they announce a release date for GTA 6? Isn't it coming out like in November or something? Isn't it like finally coming out for real, for real? Leonard against the bane of gamers? Look, I gotta earn my coin. Okay, leave me alone. A girl's gotta eat. I know you people working at your office jobs take like a bit extra time to answer an email or just kind of sit around pretending like you're doing work so that you don't get more tasks. Like, you never want to tell somebody you're done with your task early because then they're just gonna give you more work that you weren't supposed to be doing today. You know? I wasn't bored yesterday. I know how that shit works. How come you're allowed to do that, but suddenly I'm not allowed to take extra time to make sure the game comes out as amazing as possible? Suddenly it's a crime when it's a video game, but it's okay when it's like an email? Okay, I see how it is. Why you gotta call them out like that? Because they're calling me out! They're calling me out! They're calling me out for the game I'm not even involved in yet, officially. I will be since Monday. Next Monday, but not yet. And they're already telling me to hurry up! Man, I can't believe this. That game is fucking awesome, though. It's such a shame I will never be able to brag about it because I respect my own privacy. That like actually pisses me off, man. The game project is like low-key insane. And whenever I read anything new about the game, I'm like, I can't believe they're making this. I can't believe they got the budget to be making this. I can't believe like this exists. I can't believe they're like working on this actively, you know? And I'm like, now I can't even fucking aura farm. I can't even fucking aura farm because I'm supposed to like protect my privacy or whatever. It's fucked up, man. Can't believe this. Not me watching VTubers on company time. Exactly, it's exactly what I'm saying. Like, at least I won't be watching VTubers on company time. I don't think I will be able to. Although, I don't know, man, I gotta get adjusted to not listening to Northern Lion when I work. That's gonna be an adjustment for sure. That's gonna be really hard. At this point, I'm like, I can't do my commissions without my Northern Lion in the background. I'm addicted. I'm so addicted I can't do anything without a bit of Northern Lion getting really... If he's not getting really mad over nothing in the background, then it's not worth it. I always need to hear that man get irrationally angry at shit. I'ma head to bed. Good night, everyone. Have a good night, Alexia5. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for coming. This is a personal attack. Yep. The giant tower in Los Santos that has canonically been under construction for 13 years. I think the lore explanation is corruption. I mean, that happens to a lot of construction projects. I'm trying to like tie that in with like GTA lore. And like, you think they took this long to make GTA 6? Because they're like canonically building the tower for 13 years or something. How big is a screen on a flip phone, guys? Anybody knows? It's been too long since I held a flip phone. I don't really know how they work anymore. I know it has to be flipped because they don't have a front camera, right? Like when you really think about it, you can't take a selfie with a flip phone without like turning it around. It doesn't look like a real phone, but like whatever. Like 2 freedom units? Thank you, that is so helpful to me. I know exactly what you mean. Whatever, most of this is gonna be covered by my hand anyway, I think. I don't know why I'm putting all this effort. I guess I'm putting all this effort because if I do end up making it, which by the way, I'm still not 100% set on it. Because once again, I don't know if I want to have this uncomfortable conversation. It's gotta be big. Like, this shit is gonna be printed big as hell. So... when you really think about it, it needs to be pretty well drawn, because you can't just be like, oh, it's gonna be very tiny, so nobody's gonna see. Everybody's gonna see everything on this drawing. It's gonna be zoomed in like this much. You can see the individual grain in the brush. It's over, man. It's actually over. Whatever. 2 coins tall. Hi, Spitfire. Gotta tell work Northern Lion is your emotional support animal. Low key, you're onto something, I think. I think I should do that. Just be like, hey. I can't do work unless I'm listening to Northern Lion get angry. I'm actually kind of like, it's so funny, I don't even actually watch Northern Lion. I just watch his Clipper Librarian all the time. So I was actually like trying to do some art earlier today, and I was scrolling the Librarian channel, and under every video I had, you know, the long red bar, meaning that I've already watched it. And I was like, oh my god, I've seen like... I've seen every librarian video, and he's got like 2-hour-long compilations on there. Like some of them are really long, so I was like, maybe I do have a problem, man. Why on earth have I seen like all of these? I don't even watch his actual. He has like his own YouTube channel where he posts like actual VODs. But my ass is really there like, no, let me watch the 2-hour librarian compilation instead. I need the curated experience. That is so messed up. Should have been a Nokia phone? Well, what phone do you think this is? The Razr had a front camera? What for? Wait, they invented selfies? Before smartphones? For some reason I was convinced selfies were like a smartphone thing. Like it became a thing ever since smartphones. Or at least like you know the word, if that makes sense. I feel like the word selfie only started being used, I don't know, maybe like 2010 or something. Librarian uses his bag? He does. I'm actually not even drawing it in the full size, but I'm doing it in like 600 DPI, so it should be upscaled okay. Because I tried doing it in like the full size. I set the size to 170 height. And then my computer was like freezing and all of my brushes were freezing and I was just doing the sketch. And I was like, never mind, I can't do it. I can't do it actual size. I'd have to like scale it up later. So that's what we're gonna do. I just don't know how you would hold it, but I can't be bothered. I actually can't be bothered. You know, I had an old phone. It wasn't a flip phone. I think it was one of those like slide phones. It was a Nokia actually, I think. And it took like weirdly good pictures. I don't know if I'm crazy, but the pictures were really bright. Like the colors were really vivid. None of that modern Hollywood color correction. You know, like it was actually really well done. And I remember looking, because I think I moved that photo into my computer or something later. And my mom was looking at the photo and she was like, did you take that out of your phone? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, that looks really good. Like it was genuinely a really good looking photo. We were like, no. You can do crazy things with like a flip phone. I feel like iPhone cameras are not as good these days as like the Nokia cameras. Is there an explanation for this? Does anybody know what I'm talking about, or am I just crazy? It looked really good. 1-to-1 Wewa too powerful for your PC? No, she actually was like killing it. And I was like, I need to also stream this potentially. There's no way I can run a stream and try to do this drawing that's 170 centimeters tall. Biblically accurate and will destroy us all, exactly. New phone cameras are kind of nerfed thanks to the BS features like AI enhancement. My phone doesn't even have that because my phone is like too old for that. And I never update my phone, so even if they added AI enhancements later on, I wouldn't know because I never update it. Every day I wake up in the morning and my phone is like, you want to update it today? And I say, nah, dismiss. And he walks away like sad ant walking away meme kind of thing. They're like, she never wants to update. Why does she hate our AI companion features? What's wrong? iPhones use AI and camera science to make stuff look flat and perfect every time? Do they actually use AI like in the older phones as well? Because I have like an iPhone 15. I bought it in like 2024 maybe. I feel like they came out with like 2 more iPhones since then, because they come out with an iPhone every year. I heard that apparently they're working on an flip phone iPhone, like the Samsung one. And low-key, if they do that, I might fold. I keep telling myself I don't want to buy more iPhones. But if they make the flip phone... I'm just a girl. I was looking at the Samsung flip phone and it was so expensive. So I was like, not a chance. I also don't want to switch to Android. But now Apple is like, what if we made the flip phone? And I'm like, yeah, you can have my soul, Apple, thank you. China is making AI companions illegal? See guys, that's exactly what we were talking about a couple weeks ago when I was like, I think we should make the Chinese phantoms get on the AI hate. They fucking did. I think they might have actually done it. Why? I keep thinking, oh, that's okay, nobody's gonna see those details. Everybody's gonna fucking see those details, man. That is so annoying. Just pretend like that's a phone, okay? Just pretend that's what a phone looks like. Nobody tell me anything. What the fuck does it? It only has numbers on the keyboard. Of course it does. Hold up. It has like 9 numbers, 10 numbers, and that's it. That is literally all it does. And then you type by like pressing the same number multiple times or whatever until you get the letter you want. That is how it worked. You don't need that many buttons. See guys, I figured it out eventually. I've got this old BlackBerry phone that has this built-in dead wife filter. Not the dead wife filter, man. Don't call it that. Also hashtag and the star. Nah, don't worry about that. They'll figure. They don't need that. They don't need that. What the hell would you need a star for? Folding your phone half is aura. I do it all the time. I have about 20 phones. You're Terry Crews from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I've seen these big and small foldable screen phones. They're so aura, man. They're literally so aura. I know some streamers have a dual PC setup, one for streaming and one for the game. Yeah, I heard about that, but I'm sorry to be that person again. But like, just get a fucking PlayStation. I know some people have the dual PC setup, so they will be like using, they like send, how does that work? They like sending, so like the computer, one computer manages all the streaming and then the other computer like actually renders everything, but then isn't there like a delay between like how the data gets sent between them? I wonder how it works. I have heard about it for sure. And yeah, apparently that's like efficient for, you know, like super high quality streams. I think it's used a lot for like esports especially, but I don't know. The foldable screens make me uncomfortable. I like it. I think it's aura. I think it looks cool. It's very Y2K girly pop. I need it to be Y2K girly pop. Your game caption the RPC. I think you are. Yeah, like I have heard about it. It's a real thing people do. But that's something that, like, you know, serious streamers have. Like, I'm talking it's people who are actually, you know, making a ton of money from it, and they're doing something very specific, like competitive gaming. I think it's something specifically for that. I don't really think your average streamer, even if they might be full-time, has a dual PC setup. I really don't think that's something that a lot of people have. I think it's more of like a, you know, like you're really serious about it kind of thing. Foldable phones are Y2K, not the screens being foldable. Yeah, but we're never going back to flip phones. Okay, that's like the closest alternative you will ever have to having the convenience of a smartphone and the aura of a flip phone. Okay, I think flip phones are aura, but we are never going back to that life. And nobody tell me just get a real flip phone. Obviously, I'm just a LARPer. I'm never gonna do that. I need to play Cookie Run Kingdom. Okay, I need to be able to. If I don't call my mom on WhatsApp, she in like 10 minutes she thinks I'm dead and she files a missing persons report. Okay, it's serious. It's very serious over there. So basically what I'm saying is, I can't. I forgot foldable screens were a thing. I think they look cool. I think the Samsung like foldable phone actually looks really cool. I like it. I don't know how fragile it is. Like I wonder if it low-key just breaks though. I do wonder how easily it breaks, because that would be a big factor for me in like not buying it. For $1,000 fucking dollars, it better not. Can I be for real with you? If that thing costs $1,000 and the screen fucking breaks, I would be really pissed off, not gonna lie. What is she going to do about tea and your work schedule? Deadass, she already has been talking about it. She was like, wow, when am I gonna be able to call you now? That is such a, like, she was talking about like it was such a big deal. And I'm like, Mom, I'm sorry, but like... There is other things right now, you know, like my whole life is basically changing, okay? I am moving to a different city, I'm starting this like new job, okay? This isn't about like this isn't about, oh, what time are we gonna call now? Like, okay, calm down. I was like, there's other things to discuss. There's other things in my life right now and I think we should discuss that are not like the what time are we gonna call each other now. They're kind of built to last like a year or two, but all phones are built to last like a year or two now because they want you to buy the newest phone. I do wonder if the flipping makes it even less durable, because I've lasted for a very long time with an iPhone. Like, I can easily have an iPhone for like 6 years or more. Like, yeah, at some point, even if you wanted to update it, it just doesn't. But that's not really my problem now, is it? Cool, sure, but not $1,400 cool? Yeah, I think so too, man. I think so too. Like, it looks awesome. It has so much aura, but it costs £1,000. Why would it cost £1,000? That's not okay. That's why so little people have them. Because it's kind of weird. I don't see a lot of people who actually have that phone. I really haven't met a lot of people who have it. I don't know if it's like the price or if people just don't find them that cool. But Samsung is coming out with the new models like all the time, which is also kind of curious to me. Clearly, if they're still making models of them, that means people are buying them. But I genuinely don't know anybody who owns it. I've run into people who have it a couple times, but I don't actually personally know anybody who has it. So I'm kind of like, who's the target audience for these? Nobody's got the money, man. And the engineer that goes into the foldable screen is crazy. I think it is kind of a crazy engineering thing. I imagine why it's like really hard to set up and why it maybe might not be as durable. But still. I kind of need my phone to last. I know these days that's a luxury to have your phone last. Not really how we do things now in modern society, but it would be nice if it did. Literally, my drawing tablet that I just got for... I think my parents got it for me for New Year's. What, like last year or something like that? And it already doesn't update anymore. Or like, no, that's not, yeah, it doesn't update in Clip Studio anymore. I got a notification on Clip Studio like, your tablet is too old. You can still use Clip Studio, but you can't use like the newest features. And I was like, what the fuck, man? This tablet is like a bit over a year old. And it already doesn't support the latest version of Clip Studio? I'm paying the Clip Studio subscription on the damn tablet. Okay, that's a huge flame. I made it too big. It sucks so bad what they're doing to us. You think it would have been overkill? You know how my design has 1,000 duck friends in it? You think it would have been overkill if I also made the flame duck friend shaped? It's like you keep look at my design and you're like, yep, there's like 6 duck friends here. And then I go, wait, there's more. And then I show you my fire tail and the fire is shaped like duck friend. Duck friend shaped flame. That would have kind of been aura, probably. But it would have only been funny for like 2 minutes, and then you would have been like, why did she do this? Could always have one more duck. That's what all addicts say. That's what all people addicted to ducks say. There's no such thing as too many duck friends. Spoken like a true duck friend addict. You guys are all gonna be in duck friend rehab any day now. I do wonder how well my neighbors could hear me stream. I was a little bit anxious about streaming at the new place because I'm like, what if they just hear me? But I hope it's okay. Once again, the place itself is quite big. And I am sitting facing a wall that's actually facing the rest of my apartment. So I'm not sitting at a wall that's like, you know, facing my neighbors. And I think, okay, I don't know about my left wall, but I think my right wall is also more of my apartment. And behind me is like the window. And the window is just, you know, there's nothing there. So hopefully they can't hear me that well. I don't know, man. I don't know. And you know, this house seems to have thicker walls because it's actually not very hot here. Even though it's been quite hot last week, the house itself has actually been very cool. So I'm like, oh, I think the windows and stuff like that here are way better. So I'm just, you know, hopefully the temperature here gets controlled better so the sound is also better. I don't know, man. I don't know. Depends. Can you hear your neighbors? Kind of. I can kind of hear them. It depends. I can hear them for sure when they come out of their apartment and they're like talking out in the corridor. I can also kind of hear them sometimes from certain rooms in my house. But I don't know. I don't like hear them, if that makes sense. Like I can't make out what they're saying. I just hear like kind of muffled voices, you know, like, but it doesn't sound super, you know, super distinguishable or anything like that. So I'm hoping that if they can hear me, they can at least not hear what I'm saying. But also they're below me and I'm above them, so I wonder if that also plays a role. I feel like you can hear sounds coming from above less than from below. Or if sounds would come directly from like a different wall. Like none of my walls in this room are directly facing them. Like in the room I'm in right now. And they probably hear that too from you. But in the room I'm in right now, I have everything closed and none of my walls are facing them. Like all of my walls, there's either nothing there or like it's... Actually, what is behind the left wall? No, I don't think it's them because I don't hear them from that wall. I think there's probably nothing there as well. Because I'm kind of like on the edge, if that makes sense. So I don't know. I'm hoping that I'm just like I'm just speaking into a wall that has more of my apartment behind it. But I can definitely kind of hear them when I'm in the outer rooms and when they come out. But I got everything closed. I don't care if they hear me stream. I mean, they will probably just hear me talking, so they'll probably be like, she's on the phone or whatever. But they'll probably just be like, yeah, she's on the phone. And I'm not gonna be streaming very late on weekdays anymore anyway, because I will be working, right? So like that's kind of whatever. I don't think I'm gonna be disturbing them that much. I'm worried about them hearing me sing. Especially because I actually met them. Like in my last house, I kid you not, I haven't actually met like anybody from my floor properly. I still don't know who actually lives in the apartment that's directly next to mine. Like no clue. Because I just like avoided them. But these people, I've actually met them and I've spoken to them, so I feel like it's extra awkward if one day they hear me singing metal music or something like that. Like it's just awkward as hell, man. That's an awkward conversation to have. What's my excuse going to be? I don't know. I'm scared. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sweating. I'm sweating nervously. I'm like, oh god, I hope they can't hear me. Who will Lera believe first about her singing being good, as or her neighbors? I actually think that if my neighbor was like, you sing really well, I would genuinely assume that they're being passive-aggressive and telling me to shut up. I actually, like in my brain, that would translate to never do this again. You were a disturbance, we heard you. We heard you. Never do it again. Perhaps talk louder so that neighbors who dumps rubbish in your can hears you talking shit about them. You see, that I'm willing to do. That would be aura. If I would just like passive-aggressive share it on the internet. I'm gonna be like, I'm streaming right now. I'm sharing on the internet that you're putting trash in the wrong trash can. Low-key, that would be aura, not gonna lie. I'm like, now all of China knows that you're putting trash in my trash can. That might actually work, not gonna lie. You gotta hide a suspiciously duck-friend shaped shadow in the game. On it. I'm actually on it, don't worry. I got you. I'm gonna slowly coerce them into making an entire duck-friend like environment. Maybe we can convince them to put a duck lamp into the game, like in one of the rooms. I'm like, you know what this room could really use? A duck-shaped lamp. And then I give them the design and they're like, wow, that's the greatest shaped duck we've ever seen, and it's just duck friend. That's the most duck-shaped duck we've ever encountered. And then they promote me and they make me CEO. Yes. They have a brain, the ultimate barrier. We have a brain let them accept compliments? I don't think so. Duckfriend's secret collectibles? Now you're onto something. Once again, it would be very bad for my privacy. It would be horrible, horrible practice for protecting my privacy. Immediately putting Duckfriend in the game. But yeah, I think I will still get into the closet. For recordings anyway. Just in case. Just in case. I always got into the closet, not even like for privacy, well like for, you know, so they can't hear me as much, but just because it was quite loud out of the closet in my other apartment, because you could like hear sounds from the street. But I think it's actually pretty quiet here, so I don't think that would be like a huge issue. But I don't know. I think I will still get into the closet just out of fear that the neighbors will hear me, man. My closet recording era hasn't ended yet, apparently. I have already planned how to turn Dagfer into a street artable shape. He's low-key already a street artable shape. He's an extremely simple shape. But he's also recognizable. He's like the most goated mascot design ever. If somebody steals Dagfriend from me and patents him, I would be very sad, man. Because he's low-key goated as hell as a mascot design. Don't let anybody have him. I'm thinking of doing some more Dagfriend merch for Vexpo, but I don't know, man. Dagfriend actually does sell at my conventions, like people buy like pins of him and stuff. I don't think they actually know who he is, but they just think he looks cute. He's just marketable like that. So I'm thinking of doing some Dagfriend stuff for the expo. I am low-key incredibly behind on the expo stuff just because of all the moving and shit. Like all of the future art streams are just gonna be the expo grind, you guys. It's not even funny. I'm nowhere near where I actually want to be with all the merch that I had planned for it. And not to mention that I actually don't even have the money to order all that merch yet. Hopefully once I start working, I will. But I also kind of need to order shit ASAP because it's actually closer than you think. It's like at the end of September. I've got like 2 months until the expo. That's fucking scary, man. I need to get on that grind ASAP, but I'm gonna be at Hyper Japan all weekend. It's so messed up. Waterfowl companion with sword? No! They stole Dagfriend and made him legally distinct. Can you imagine if Dagfriend just takes off as a symbol and he ends up outliving you? That'd be crazy. As long as he's not a hate symbol. I think I'd be okay with it as long as he doesn't represent anything bad. I think I'd be fine with that. Just don't make him a symbol of anything bad. Me playing GTA 6 and there's Dagfriend shadows everywhere. You go into the settings to make sure it's optimized for your PC, and the shadow settings are like ultra, medium, low, and then Dagfriend, and you're like, what is Dagfriend? And then you turn it on, you go into the game, and all the shadows are Dagfriend shaped. And then your computer explodes because Dagfriend shadows are actually really expensive to render for no reason whatsoever. The symbol of child labor, the symbol of drugs. Guys, those are not the lessons you're supposed to be learning on the Lera YouTube channel. Guys, this is not what Lera YouTube channel is all about. We're all about friendship and The Last of Us, the greatest video game to have ever been made. And God, what is some positive? I don't know. I guess I don't give any positive lessons here. All I do is come on here and be a hater, bro. I don't really know what I'm complaining about when all I do is be a hater on main. How can I expect my audience to be any different? Symbol of gambling? No! Symbol of universal basic income? Yeah. Symbol of free healthcare? He could be a symbol. He could be a symbol of protecting the arts because we love art on the Lera YouTube channel. Like the most unproblematic part about the Lera YouTube channel that we really care about art here. The prosperity of the video game industry. No more layoffs, please. You know, stuff like that, guys. Never give up on your dreams. Dagfriend is a symbol of never giving up on your dreams. You will get that game industry job eventually. Just keep at it. See guys, there's lots of positive messages. I don't know what you mean when you say gambling or child labor or whatever. Slot stand. Do not slot stand right now. You hear me? You put the slot machine down. Cannot believe this. The symbol of 3 fuses. Okay, that one hurts. I did not invent the 3 fuses. They keep following me everywhere. It's not me. I can't believe this. Okay. Let me see. I finished the line art, but low-key. Low-key. I don't really know if I can finish this. Like maybe I should head to bed because I gotta travel to the convention tomorrow. I don't know. I'm trying to think. You lost? Good. Maybe Dark Friend can be symbol of anti-gambling. Maybe Dark Friend can be the symbol of gambling is bad, actually. Maybe that's what he's going to be. What the hell? You just won! This is not anti-gambling at all. I cannot believe this. I'm not very happy with how the tail looks. Maybe I'm stalling, but I don't like how the curve looks. I was too lazy to actually make it like a proper curve, so I just copy-pasted it, and now I'm paying the price. But that's okay. But yeah, I'm really hoping that the 3D debut will be soon. I know some of you guys might have seen the 3D model already because I did give Fresh permission to post it, since I didn't really want to like hold it hostage. They deserve to get more clients. Just because I got busy. So you're gonna have to, if you have seen it already, just pretend to be surprised when you do see it. Just be like, wow. 3D Wewa, never seen before. Have you heard of the Killer Was Here graffiti? No, I have not. What is that? There's this really annoying graffiti. Somebody tagged like all of London. Because at first I saw it in my neighborhood, sorry, not in my neighborhood, my friend's neighborhood when I was visiting her. And then I saw it in a different neighborhood. I was actually leaving by train. And I saw, as I was on the train and the train was taking off, I saw it all over, like, the fence. At the train station. And I was like, this person really just tagged, like, all of London. And it's, like, so annoying. It's this really stupid graffiti. And I'm like, what does this even mean? I don't know if it's, like, a copy pasta or if this person really means it, man. But it's, like, actually error. They tagged, like, half the city with it. It's so annoying. Duckfriend says only losers quit before hitting it big. Guys, we need to have a chat. We need to have a chat about gambling. We have to do like an ASMR, ASMR gambling, like therapy, rehab, roleplay. I heard ASMR is meta. I heard people really love roleplay ASMR, and I'm gonna show up with like the gambling rehab roleplay. Demon Girl helps you. ASMR Demon GF sends you to gambling rehab. I'm only doing it because I love you. Slots 500? Did you actually win that? Whatever. They're talking smack about Banksy? True. What? How did you get 3 of the same kind, but you won less money than you bet? Can that actually happen in slots? I thought that if you get 3 of the same kind, you always at least break even. We gotta check what the symbols actually mean in this one, because it's like... I swear you got 3 of the same kind, but you only got half your money back. That is messed up. If I were you, I would sue stream avatars for emotional damage. That'd be fun. Gambling Anonymous ASMR. Exactly. That'd be pretty fun, not gonna lie. If only I was actually good at ASMR and I wasn't like the loudest person ever. I bet neighbors of ASMR streamers fucking love them. Or like ASMR content creators in general. They're probably like, wow, my neighbor is so quiet. They're probably constantly telling their friends like, I got the quietest neighbor ever. She says that she works from home, but we never hear her. She's like always so quiet during her work meetings or whatever. The quietest ever. Wife took the kids, they're foreclosing the house ASMR. I remember I used to get in my recommended, there was this ASMR channel that did like this, and it was unironic. I know there are some ASMR channels that are kind of like ironic or whatever, like they still do it, but they have like funny subjects on purpose. But it was like an unironic ASMR channel as far as I could tell, and it was like ultra specific. Like it had stuff like, I remember one of the videos, I remember somebody like posted it on Twitter, being like, I can't believe this is real. It was like, it's like you're like in a hair salon, but the POV is that you're a Yeti. And it's like completely unironic, like she does your hair and you're supposed to be like a Yeti in that situation. You're like a Yeti getting a haircut. And I think she had another one where what was it? I swear she had like another like hyper specific, I think it was something like you're going into hibernation ASMR. Like for the winter. And she's helping you get ready and fall asleep for hibernation. I'm like, what if somebody watches that ASMR and then they actually fall asleep for like 3 months? Can they sue her for that? This is super specific. I know, right? Maybe she ever confirms that the Yetis are actually real and they're her target audience? Or she's just like doing it for the love of the game, man. Them ASMR people, I guess you gotta keep coming up with more interesting ASMR ideas, right? Because like if you don't, they can't all be doing ear cleaning or whatever it is what they're doing. They can't all be doing the same thing, because then how are you supposed to stand out in the ASMR world? So this girl was like, what if my niche was like extremely specific roleplay? Sleeping for 3 months, imagine the savings on food. Yeah, so you're supposed to eat like 3 months worth of food before that so that you don't die. I'm pretty sure that's what animals that go into hibernation do. They like eat a ton to prepare for it and then they fall asleep so that, they can survive the really long sleep. I'm pretty sure that's like the whole point. They just eat a lot before, so you still gotta spend money on food. She's covering the Yeti market? She is. Good for her. I don't remember what her name was. But yeah. That's when they mix it up and do an ear cleaning, but it goes wrong! And what, then the video just becomes mute because you lost your hearing? They accidentally like punctured your eardrum, and then the rest of the video is mute, and then she calls you an ambulance? That'd be pretty good. I'm sorry, I actually like cannot stand like the ear cleaning ASMR shit. It's too much. Like it's too many sounds. I don't know how people actually find that nice. Like it makes me feel really weird. For me, that's like the grossest sound ever. I always wonder how they do it though. Because the ASMR people, they're like, oh, I'm gonna put like lotion on this. And then they actually do it, like you can hear it, and I'm like, what are they putting the lotion on? Like, are ASMR microphones like waterproof or something? How are they like doing shit to it? They'd be like submerging it in water or something for the sound effects. And don't get me started. You know what? We shouldn't talk about that. But people were sticking the ASMR microphones in very questionable places a couple months ago. It was on my Twitter feed, and I was like, damn, people. The ASMR meta needs to be constantly changing, or otherwise people get bored of it. The sacrifices they make to keep the ASMR meta going is actually kind of scary. I don't know if it's all that worth it. Just play Marvel Rivals, I don't know. I don't like the sound of ASMR, but the real haircuts are nice. I don't know, I don't actually really feel the effect of ASMR, I just find it like a bit strange. I kind of like sounds that don't actually involve stuff that like sounds too close, or like if it's supposed to be like they're doing something to your ear. I enjoy stuff like actual sounds, like paper sounds, you know, when they're like stirring an iced drink, stuff like that. I like sounds that are like actual, you know, just like sounds of things, like different objects. But yeah, all of that kind of stuff where it's like we put lotion on you, that just makes me feel weird as hell. I know lots of VTubers do it, so I've seen it a couple times, and every time I come across it, I'm like, ooh, I do not like that. But once they like put it to their heart and you can hear their heartbeat, and I'm like, I don't want to listen to your heartbeat. I don't know, I'm not the target audience. I don't know, once again, I'm just not the target audience, so I'm complaining over nothing. I'm complaining over something that just like doesn't matter because I'm not the target audience. But it's just like, I don't know. Clicky ice is nice. I find the eating ASMR disgusting. Okay, I've never heard that, but yeah, that cannot possibly be pleasant. Was like mouth sounds? No, thank you. That cannot possibly actually be nice for anybody. There's this guy that makes like 3-hour-long videos where sometimes he's immersing the mic underwater. But how? What does that even sound like? Is that even like a nice sound to listen to? I like the sound of a cold one being popped open. You know what? You're onto something. I don't even drink alcohol, but opening up like a can of a carbonated drink is satisfying as hell. I like that a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I like the sounds like different objects make, but not so much anything that where they like pretend to be doing the stuff where they like sticking shit inside your ears. Not a fan of that. But yeah. Also, wooden cubes are nice too. Wooden cubes, like the sound of like wooden cubes. That sounds specific. Is that like an ASMR thing? Actually, I do get ASMR from random stuff. I don't really feel ASMR in those like ASMR videos very often. Just because I feel like, I don't know. I thought they're doing it too much, you know what I mean? But I will get ASMR effect in real life from random stuff. I agree, haircuts are weirdly ASMR. Like getting an IRL haircut, especially when they do it with the shaving machine. Because the haircuts I get, sometimes they will shave like the back of my neck. Well, that feels so good. It's like ticklish, kind of. That's a nice feeling. IRL haircuts at peak ASMR. Yeah, when they got like the scissors like really close to like the base and they kind of cutting it, like it just feels nice. I agree. IRL haircuts are very like IRL ASMR. The sound of my boss saying I'm getting a bonus. ASMR roleplay, your boss tells you you're getting a bonus. I guess my problem with ASMR is once again the fact that I just can't get it to roleplay. Like I can't get immersed into any kind of roleplay. Apparently I have all discovered that's like a huge issue for me. So but that's like part of it. So whenever it's any kind of like ASMR like roleplay stuff, I'm like, I don't feel anything, man. This is supposed to be me. She's cleaning my ears? Why is she doing that? My ears are clean already. Don't touch me! Go take an improv class. I think taking an improv class would actually kill me. I actually think that taking an improv class would like end me. I think it would send me into a coma. I've said this before, but I get ASMR from tutorials. I will sometimes put on a tutorial for something, like After Effects tutorial, something that I'm looking into. And sometimes the person will have like a soft voice and they're explaining it like really calmly. And I'm like, now this person explaining to me how to do the effect in After Effects is actually really ASMR. What if it was Leon Kennedy? What if it was like Leon Kennedy cleaning my ears? I would not trust that man with a Q-tip. Absolutely not. I don't think he's ever cleaned his own ears because he's a man. And male hygiene is not. Okay, can I be honest with you guys? I have been exposed to the horrors of men not washing their hands throughout my move. It's a very random change of subjects, but we'll circle back to the ASMR if you guys like it so much. But a couple times, so first these two guys came in to install my washing machine. And one of them was like, can I use your bathroom, by the way? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. And I heard him using the bathroom, but I didn't hear him washing his hands afterwards. Like, he just came out and I didn't hear the sink running. Or like, he did it very quickly. You know, there was no time for him to wash his hands. And he just walked out and he started like touching stuff around my house. Like the railings when he was going down the stairs. And it stressed me out, man. It fucking stressed me out. I was like, no, my god, I wish I did not, like, pay attention to that. Like, I really wish I, like, zoned out and didn't think about the fact. And then the guys who were helping us with the move, like, the dad was like, hey, can I use your bathroom before I go? And I was like, yeah, sure. And he also came out really quickly and I was like, he just touched like all of my things, man. I was like, we need to throw away this box. And I was like, Mom, the boxes need to be burned. Like, I was like, oh god. Even the child labor dad, especially the child labor dad. I was stressing out. First they peed like all over your fucking toilet because they kept aiming for shit too, and then they don't even wash their fucking hands, man. I hate it so much. That's when you passive-aggressively offer hand sanitizer. I wouldn't be able to do it, man. I wouldn't be able to do it. You can't change men like that too. He's not gonna think anything of it. He's not gonna learn any lessons. Can't even aim properly. No, because when I was at the just another like I'm sorry. I know my audience is like 90% male, but I'm genuinely like so deeply disturbed by like male bathroom habits. And like I've heard that they don't wash their hands, but I didn't really come across it that often because my male friends wash their hands. Like I've heard them run the sink. Like, they at least pretend to do it, maybe, I don't know. But, like, I have been exposed to the horrors, but also, like, shared bathrooms with men. What a fucking nightmare. So, when I was at the boat concert, you know, the Vtuber boat concert, the boat had a bathroom, and it was, like, a shared bathroom. And at some point, like, the door was open, so I was just passing by the bathroom and I was like, oh, maybe I could use the bathroom, and I just look in and I just see like piss droplets all over the toilet, and I was like, never mind, I'll wait until I'm home. This is why I don't want to share bathrooms with the men. What the fuck? I was like, never mind. I fucking waited, man. We were on that boat for like 4 hours, dude. I fucking waited 4 hours, and we got home with my friend, and I was like, I need to pee so bad. I was like, I really need to pee, man. I just don't understand. I just don't understand. Is it really, guys, be honest with me, because obviously I don't know how it feels. So you can be honest with me, is it really that hard to aim? Like, is that just something you can't control? I don't know! I need answers. I need answers. I'm still grossed out by other dudes. There's like no in between. There's either dudes who are like really hygienic and they will wash their hands and everything, or like they never shower. There's actually like no in between. So then it happens, okay, then fucking wipe it! Fucking wipe it afterwards, man! Don't just leave it there! What the fuck? I don't want to walk into a bathroom after a dude and fucking see piss droplets everywhere, okay? Fucking wipe that shit! Okay? Take accountability! My neighbors are gonna hear me, okay? My neighbors are— I don't know how well my neighbors can hear me at the new place yet, but please don't make me scream about piss. They're gonna be like, our new neighbor, something is wrong with our new neighbor. You think I could lie to them when I was watching TV? You think I could be like, oh, I was watching TV? They're like, no, we clearly heard your Russian accent. Hi, Nellis. How big is the standee gonna be? She's gonna be as tall as me. She's gonna be 5 apples tall. She's gonna be 170. I don't know. I'm not drawing it in full size because my computer can't handle that apparently, but I'm gonna scale it up to 170. I did it in 600 DPI, so it should be fine. Like the highest resolution, like if you zoom in, this is the highest resolution it can be at. Like that's really big. That's actually bigger than she's going to be printed, at least like from my screen. If you're on an iPhone, obviously it looks really small probably, but yeah, this could totally get scaled up fine, I think. Are you gonna raffle it off after the others? So we're not allowed to auction them. We are allowed to just sell them though, or like you can just take it. Yeah, I was just talking earlier, I don't actually know what I'm gonna do with it because I can't take it home. So maybe she's gonna get destroyed. I don't actually think anybody's going to want her. If somebody comes up to me and is like, can I take this home with me? I'm gonna be like, yeah, you could just have it. But we're not allowed to auction it, we are allowed to like raffle it. And we're allowed to just like sell it for a fixed price or like just give it away. Yeah, you just can't auction it. No way, adoptable Wewa. I was watching Suits, crazy episode. Harvey got mad that Mike was peeing on the toilet. I should do that. I should be like, yeah, I was watching this like, law. Okay. Here's a good cover-up story. Hold up, I'm kind of cooking. I can just sit up straight in my chair. This is important. I was watching a law TV show, and they were having a divorce hearing, and the wife was arguing that the husband keeps peeing on the sit and not wiping it. And I was just, you know, that's what I was watching. Haha. Wasn't me. Wasn't me. Please understand. We went from ASMR to piss. That's how it always happens on the Lera YouTube channel. It's actually kind of messed up. Maybe I shouldn't have a standee at Vexpo, because once again, it's gonna be a very uncomfortable conversation with people. If I end up having the standee and she's gonna have like a QR code to my channel. Like, yeah, sure, that's great promotion. But also, someone I know is gonna be there, and they're gonna be like, "Who's this?" Lucinda, who's this? And I'm gonna be like, I've never seen this woman in my life before. I don't know who she is. Would you let Louis handle your divorce? Yeah, 100%. He was the best lawyer in that show, and I stand by that. He just needs to not let emotions carry him so much. It's a universal problem. Public man toilet will always be absolutely filthy. But do you have urinals in the public man toilets? Like, what are you pissing on there? Don't tell me the floor. Like, I don't understand. You're just promoting a smaller creator. Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, that's my VTuber child. Just this VTuber I did the art for. She's really cool. You should follow her. She sings metal covers. She sang Toxic by Britney Spears metal cover. You should check it out. You should listen to her original song. Don't worry about the fact that she's also got this fucked up accent that nobody can place. They do always only show the moments where he's shitting the bed. Okay, but it's so funny because Suits is like obsessed with repeating phrases. I don't know who, I feel like the writers were just, it was either the most realistic writing in the world or the worst writing in the world. I still haven't decided, but they had some phrases that everybody was constantly saying, and they weren't even like as common phrases in, you know, general kind of speech. So it was just so random. They would say shit the bed a lot. You just got not that. Nobody used that one, unfortunately. There was like some other phrase that they were constantly using, but I can't remember what it is now because it's been a while since I watched it. But like they will just say the same shit all the time, and then all the character use them. Not even like a character specific phrase, all the character use it. Which I guess you could argue that, you know, when you spend lots of time with somebody, you start repeating their speech patterns. So maybe because they don't have any social lives outside of work, because all they do is do lawyer stuff. Maybe they do just all speak like each other. I don't know. Maybe that's actually really realistic. She plays the Last and promotes child labor. She's kind of chill. I support the Last of Us part. I do not support child labor. I said it before I told you guys the story. I do not condone child labor, okay? I feel very bad that I was an accomplice, but I already paid for the moving company, okay? Leave me alone. I hope that kid is having a good day, alright? I hope that kid is having a good day. Hope that dad at least got him some McDonald's or something. That's the least he could fucking do. Don't even start with the urinals. How do you think most guys wipe? They just shook it off. Let's stop talking about male hygiene. We're just not gonna get us anywhere. I'm sure you guys are fine. I'm sure the cool men that watch the Lera YouTube channel are fine. But everybody else, we need to have a chat about the never washing hands thing. We really need to have a chat about that. Or the lack thereof, yeah, the lack of male hygiene. It's just stressing me out, man. It's stressing. You never know. You never know. You could like start dating a guy and you're like, oh, he seems like a nice guy. And then bam, doesn't wash his hands. Like on like the third date, maybe. He will go to the bathroom. And you will actually see, hey, that was actually kind of fast. Maybe he didn't wash his hands. You know? So it's just, I don't know. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it, man. This is too stressful. Anyways. I'm done with the liner. We're not gonna color it because it's 10:30 now. And if my neighbors can't hear me, I think we should let them sleep because it's a weekday, guys. And I got some stuff I want to do as well. Just don't think about it. Nah, I just stopped talking to men. Men don't wash their hands. I just don't hang out with stinky men that don't wash their hands. That's kind of just what I did. I just eliminated all the men that don't wash their hands out of my life. It's just how it is. But like, you know, the guy who was installing my washing machine using my bathroom and then not washing his hands. I mean, how was I just gonna be like, no, you can't use my bathroom, man? That's a horrible thing to do. He was like, I've been doing deliveries all day, you know, like obviously he deserves to use the bathroom. But when I heard him not wash the hands afterwards, I was like, oh my god. Good thing he didn't shake my hand or anything like that. You were stuck there, nothing to be done, exactly. I was trapped! And then I had to I wiped all the surfaces in my house with a sanitizing wipe. It's just so scary, man. Okay. Yeah, I literally will have had to just clean it. It's just so sad. Like, I already don't have enough cleaning to do at the new place, man. At least my apartment was like in a pretty decent shape to be completely, like, it was quite a bit dusty. There was like some construction dust, if that makes sense, because it's just been just renovated, right? So it doesn't really have any like dirt from like people living here. But I love how they just lie to you about like it getting professionally cleaned before you move in, because like no, it fucking doesn't. This place is fine once again because it's been just renovated, like that's whatever. But I just know that my previous flat was not professionally cleaned, okay? The person probably paid for it to be cleaned, but then nobody actually cleaned it because it did not look like a place that has been professionally cleaned. Let's just put it that way. Hello, Mystery. How's the new place? It's great. It's great. Everything is good except somebody keeps throwing their rubbish into my rubbish container, and it's pissing me off. So I'm just thinking of ways I could catch them in the act and I don't know, wiggle my finger at them and be like, you shouldn't do that, that's my trash can. Padlock it. People have been saying that, but then how are they gonna take out the trash? When the trash company comes, how are they gonna like take out the trash if it's fucking locked? Yeah, they definitely charge 50% for cleaning because they charge me for a cleaning. But I know they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do shit. Take it off for trash day. There's like 5 trash days. I'm gonna forget and they're not gonna take out my trash, man. It's a complicated schedule. And they take it out at 6 AM. It's just not gonna work. At least no one is stealing your electricity. Well, none that I know of. I just hope they don't steal my Wi-Fi. I need that shit to stream. Happy you got everything settled, dude? Yeah, thank you. Thank you guys so much for coming. Hopefully normal streams next week-ish. I don't really know. Actually, yeah, no promises, guys. I'm being so serious right now because I am starting my new job. It's a bit scary, but we will see. We will figure it out. But hopefully I can start streaming regularly-ish soon. Detectives funds to find the trash criminal. Thank you so much for the super chat, Alex. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Big congrats on the move. Thank you. I'm happy. I actually am very happy, guys. I wake up in my new room and I look around and I'm like, wow, this is really nice. And then I use like the bathroom and the bathroom is all new and the toilet like flushes properly. And the kitchen is all nice and new as well. And I'm like, wow, quality of life improved, you know? Like everything just feels really nice and new, you know what I mean? And the fact that I got like new furniture also helps, I guess. But it's just a nice feeling. And I feel like I'm actually in a space that's like mine, you know, if that makes sense. Like actually I feel like, oh, this is my room and I can like decorate it. I don't know if it's like because it's my furniture or whatever, but I don't know, it just feels nice. It feels very like at home. Refrigerator works, but I brought my own fridge actually that I already own, so yeah, it does work. When I join this civilized folks, it's literally what it is. Like, I don't know. Dark friend PI on the case. Dark friend, we need to figure out who's like using our trash can and hang them publicly at the town square. I bet in the medieval times they did that. Back then they really cared about delivering justice, not like now. People just be stealing your packages and shit. In the modern society, back in the day, this kind of behavior would not have worked. In Soviet Union, you would have been snitched on immediately. Okay? The KGB would be knocking on your door like, we heard you've been using the wrong trash can. That's not very communism of you. And then they would execute you by a firing squad. What have we become as a society? It used to be so much better. Someplace they did that, not even 100 years ago. Exactly, man. We need to go back. We need to go back. I had too many things I could get cancelled for today. First I was like child labor, now this. This is what happens when I don't stream for like 2 weeks. It just all comes out in the worst form. This is why I should be allowed to stream regularly, so then I say less unhinged things. The less I stream, the more unhinged, intrusive thoughts bottle up in my head, and then they'll come out. In the one stream a week. They would arrest your entire apartment complex for using the wrong trash. They would. They actually would, low-key. People in the Soviet Union would just like snitch on each other so that then they can have more of the apartment. Because they used to have like communal apartments. And then they'd be like, I don't like having a roommate. So they would like snitch to the government on their roommate. And then the government would just take the roommate away. It's not funny, man. It's not fucking funny, but I shouldn't be laughing. That's low-key what happened. Okay, before I say unethical life hacks, so true. Before I say anything else that's unethical, I'm gonna leave you guys. I will see you guys hopefully next week. I'll keep you posted on the schedule stuff, but yeah, I'm at Hyper Japan this weekend, tabling. And then immediately I start my new job because I'm crazy on Monday. I don't know what's wrong with me, please don't ask. But I kinda need that bag. So, apparently that's what I'm doing. I've been joining for a while, I realized it hasn't been hinged from the beginning. Damn it. What did I say when you first joined? It was probably like Fallout. It was probably me in Fallout being like, let's kill this guy. Let's say the most unhinged dialogue option. It's always like this. But yeah, guys, I will do my best to get back into the regular schedule. I will not abandon you because I'm employed now. Mostly because I think it will keep me sane to actually still stream because I really enjoy it. So I will do my best to still stream because I really want to still do it. So yeah. I don't know much about YouTube shorts. It would be nice. I keep telling myself it would be nice to make some YouTube shorts. I mean, I don't make them, but we'll figure it out, guys. Good luck with your job. Thank you, thank you. If anybody has any tips on how to befriend coworkers, DM me. ASAP. I'm stealing the child labor bit for a short. Please. Alex, please put the warning in the beginning, okay? The one where I'm like, I don't condone this, by the way. Please do that. Okay, have a good night, everyone. I will see you all soon, hopefully. Bye-bye. Have a good night.